Hello, my name is Tracy Nájer, and I'm a 2017 graduate of the College of Education and Human Ecology. And I want to thank the Alumni Society for the Career Achievement Recognition. I want to thank my nominators, Yolanda Cepeda, Joel Diaz, Maria Sanchez, and Jack Jackson. Thank you. Thank you so much for nominating me for this honor. I'm just so humbled by it. Well, I want to start out by saying that I am a 3-time graduate of The Ohio State University. And my career, I think, it really starts with my undergraduate career. So I have my bachelor's in international studies, but outside the classroom, I think what I was doing was just as important. I was very involved in student leadership, student advocacy, presidents of Alpha Psi Lambda, a co-ed Latino interest fraternity. I was involved with the work group that was standing up a Latino studies certificate, I think, which later became a program. So there were lots of opportunities there for me to see that my voice had power and that I also could make a difference, which led me to the College of Public Policy Management. So while I was in my master's program, earning my MPA, I had the opportunity to take electives in a lot of different fields, and I really fell in love with education policy. I took all my electives in that college and met some amazing adjuncts and professors like Dr. Brad Mitchell and Mark Reel. And through those connections, I was able to get internships with Columbus City Schools, the Eisenhower National Clearinghouse for Science and Education, and then also, most importantly, get my first job with the Children's Defense Fund of Ohio as a research fellow. This experience truly set the trajectory for me in my career. I was able to work on issues like education equity, especially around school facilities, creating schools as centers of community, and the network that I was able to build while I was there was just invaluable. From CDF, I went to work for the Office of Budget Management, which I have to be honest, I did not want to do at first, but I knew it would be good for me in terms of learning about state government, learning about budget and policy decisions, and seeing how all of these made a difference in people's lives. These were not abstract concepts. It was the probably the best career decision that I had made. It was also the most unexpected experience in that I didn't think that I would like it as much as I did. And I worked with some of the smartest people I've ever met and also had amazing support of individuals. So the directors at OBM who were really encouraging for me, Tim Keene and Perry Sabity, and then my colleagues, Rebecca Vasquez-Skillings and Susan Ackerman. Without them, I don't think I would have had, I think I wouldn't have had the opportunity to make the decision to pursue a doctorate in education. And I'm so thankful for their encouragement and giving me the flexibility to do that. So during this time when I was working on issues of school funding and need-based financial aid, having that opportunity to study it more deeply was really, really important. I wanted to be able to do the best job that I could in the roles and responsibilities that I had, and felt that doctoral studies were the way to go, and I am so thankful that my dissertation advisor, Dr. Scott Sweetland, that he took a real chance with me, and he encouraged me and supported me along the way, even when I switched my dissertation topics. So very thankful for his support, and that of my committee, Dr. Ann Allen and Dorinda Gallant. They knew it was difficult for me. I had been out of graduate school for some time, out of academia, and returning as a parent, as a full-time worker, it was challenging, but they absolutely made it so doable, and also encouraged me, that this is the right path. So I'm very thankful for their partnership and their leadership. Then back to career-wise, I had the good fortune of working for Battelle for Kids, which is a national nonprofit organization focused on school improvement. And they had hired me to manage a teacher incentive fund project focused on 23 school districts in Ohio's Appalachian region, with a focus on college and career readiness using data, professional development, compensation, accountability systems. It was a tremendous experience, and one where I was able to go from the 10,000-foot state policy level, where things, they do tend to get a little bit abstract, to basically the 2 inches off the ground level, right, where the rubber truly hits the road, and working with teachers, working with principals, seeing how things were operating in classrooms. It was truly an honor and a privilege to do this. And also my colleagues who I worked with, Dr. Jim Mahoney, Dr. Brad Mitchell, Dr. Barb Hansen. They were all amazing people that I was so thankful to learn from every single day, and, really get a firmer handle on, where policy and practice meet, which leads me back to Children's Defense Fund, where I've been the executive director now for 4 years. Since my first professional experience with the organization, I knew that public policy and advocacy on behalf of Ohio's children was something that I wanted to do, and I would always do in some way. And it was an absolute honor for me that Mrs. Marian Wright Edelman hired me into this role, and also that I had the support of my predecessor, Renuka Mayadev, another individual who I just respect so deeply. And I have the privilege of working on behalf of Ohio's children every single day, and looking at whole child well-being. So education equity, children's health, child nutrition, child welfare, anti-poverty issues. These are all things that our organization works on. And through policy, through collaboration, through, advocacy, our goal is that we're going to make a difference. We're going to eliminate poverty in our lifetime, and that every child in the state of Ohio can thrive and flourish into adulthood with the support and care of loving adults in their lives. So thank you, College of Education and Human Ecology, for helping me on this journey and for equipping me with the tools and the networks to be successful and to be effective. And I think I just want to close by saying that my husband, Israel, whom I've been married to for 23 years, who I met as a freshman at Ohio State, and our children, Riley and Tatiana, they are my purpose. They are my why. They keep me grounded. They keep me inspired and laughing. And also, I think without their love and encouragement, things would be very different. And they really give me, that joy every single day. So thank you, College of Education and Human Ecology, for this career recognition. And, I can't pay back all the mentorship and all the support that I've received over the years from so many, but I can pay it forward. And that is what I intend to do.